Welcome back, dear students, for the English class. Let us continue where we had stopped in the previous class. If you remember the last class, we have studied about the lesson Enchanted Pool. In this lesson, the Pandavas were tired and weary of searching a deer. So Yudhishthira asked Nakula to get some water. We know what had happened to Nakula when he went to drink water, that he did not listen to the voice of the formless body. He felt as if he was dead. The other brothers of Yudhishthira also followed Nakula, and they met the same fate as Nakula had followed. Dear students, at the end, Yudhishthira went to see what had happened to his brothers and found they all laid on the ground as dead. Yudhishthira also wanted to quench his thirst before he wanted to find out the real reason for his brother's death. At this moment, the voice of the formless body heard to Yudhishthira too. Yudhishthira at once found out that this is something strange, that he would act with his intelligence. So he asked the voice of the formless body to ask all his questions. Dear students, we have seen all these points in the previous class. So in this lesson, let us continue what the Yaksha, the formless body, had asked Yudhishthira, and what are the answers that he had given to Yaksha. So at once Yudhishthira understood that this is none other than Yaksha. The voice put questions rapidly. Rapidly means one by one, fastly, one after another. The first question the Yaksha asked is, what rescues man in danger? What rescues man in danger? When we are in danger, what comes to our help? So Yudhishthira intelligently he thought for a while and he answered courage. When we have courage, certainly we can overcome the danger, we can overcome our difficulties even when we are in danger. The second question is, by studying of which science does a man become wise? The answer is not by studying any shastras. By studying shastras, does man become wise? No, it is by association with the great in wisdom that he gets wisdom. When man is with association with the great people, when people who has got lots of wisdom, when we relate with them, we become wise. We become wise. The next question Yaksha asked is, what is a shifter than the wind? So what is faster than wind? Shifter means the fastest. So what is faster than the wind? So Yudhishthira asked, and Yudhishthira found out the answer for that is a mind. So mind is the faster than wind. So when we think something, it is faster than when we can identify or we can get the answer faster than the wind. Then the next question what Yaksha asked is, what is more faded than a dried straw? Faded means dried up. Straw is dried piece of grass or any crop. So for that, answer is a sorrow-stricken heart. The person who is filled with sorrow. So that is compared to the dried straw. So which means we should not be always thinking about our sorrow. We have a difficulties, we have a problems, but we should not be thinking about all these things. Then what befriends a traveler? Befriends means who is a friend in traveler. Who is a friend for a traveler who is alone. So for this, Yudhishthira answered as a learning. So learning is a befriend of a traveler. Learning is a friend of a traveler. So you might have observed when people traveling from one place to another place, people used to carry a book to read while they were traveling. But even if we are not taking any books, we are learning something. So you observe either side of the road as you travel. So when you observe, you learn lots of things. So that itself is a friend in travel. So who is the next question is, so who is the friend who stays at home? So if the person stays at home alone, who is a friend? Who shares with him? Who listens to him? Who cares him? So for that, answer is the wife. So the wife is a person who shares, who cares, who listens to the person. So that is why wife becomes a friend, the person one who stays at home. So who accompanies a man in death? When we die, what we take with us? So we don't think any material things. Even when we do not leave anything. The only thing which remain with us, with our name is dharma. So here, dharma is the good conduct of a person. The good conduct means the activities, the acts that we do, the good acts that we do, the helping nature, listening to others, solving the problems, all these things are good conduct of a person. So that alone will accompany the soul in the solitary journey after death. Solitary alone. When we die, nobody comes with us. Nobody accompanies with us. No friend. No parents. No brothers or sisters. But we travel alone. When we are traveling alone, what comes with us is dharma. The good thing that we do when we alive. The next question the Yaksha asked is, which is the biggest vessel? Which is the biggest vessel? So for this, Yudhishthira answered, the earth. The earth is the biggest vessel because it contains everything. It contains all. So that is why it is known as the greatest vessel. Then the next question is, what is happiness? What is happiness? So Yudhishthira answered, happiness is a result of a good conduct. When we do good things, when we help others, when we listen to others, we get a satisfactory feelings. So that feelings are the happiness. So the next question is, what is that by giving up which man becomes loved by all? Giving up, sacrificing. When we sacrifice something, everybody in this society will love us. What is that? We sacrifice. So when we sacrifice the pride in man, when we sacrifice the pride, man becomes loved by all. So that is why we should not feel pride. We should not have pride. So the next question is, what is the loss which yields joy and not sorrow? The next question is, when we lose something, we get happiness, we get joy. But usually, when we lose some things from us, we feel sorrow. When we lose a gold ring, when we lose a friendship, when we lose our parents, or when we lose our anything in this world, never gives a joy, but we always feel sorrow. But Yudhishthira intelligently answers, anger. When we give up anger, when we give up angry from us, we will no longer subject. We will become joy. We become a happiest person when we leave anger. So the next question is, what is that being by giving up which a man becomes rich? Desire. So desire is the root cause for all the unhappiness. So desire, when we leave desire, when we give up desire, man becomes rich, wealthy. So what makes one a real Brahmana? Is it birth? Is it good conduct? Or learning? Then it is asked, birth and learning do not make one a Brahman. Only good conduct alone does. Good conduct. If you are a good person, if you are filled with the good qualities in you, then you become a Brahmana. So it is not any birth. It's not a learning, but only doing good things. So, however, learned a person, maybe he will not be a Brahmanan. So, without giving up bad habits, even though he may be learned in the four Vedas, a man of bad conduct falls to a lower class. So, whatever he learns, in reality, he does not become a Brahmana. Only through good conduct he becomes a Brahmana. The next question is, what is the greatest wonder in the world? What is the greatest wonder in the world? Every day man sees creatures depart to Yama's kingdom. That means every day man is observing people die, animals die and go, which means man is not permanent on earth. So this truth is known to every person. Yet those who remain want to live forever. Truly is a greatest wonder. Man know that he is not a permanent on this earth. Still he wants to acquire lots of wealth. Still he wants to acquire lots of friendship. Still he wants to acquire lots of richness. So that itself is a wonder, greatest wonder. So thus, the Yaksha put many questions and Yudhishthira answered them all intelligently. So in the end, the Yaksha asked, O king, one of your dead brothers can now be revived. So after answering all his questions, Yaksha tells that one of your brothers can be revived. Revived means all the brothers have been lying on the ground as dead. You can ask one of your brother to come back to life. Whom do you want to come back to life? So Yaksha is asking, which one of your brothers want to be back to life? So Yudhishthira took a moment to think, and then he wished that the cloud complexioned, lotus eyed, broad chested, and long necked Nakula, lying like a fallen ebony tree, might rise. So he wants Nakula to be revived to life. Really, Yaksha was pleased at his answer. Then Yaksha asked, Yudhishthira, why did you choose Nakula in the preference to Bhima, who has the strength of 16 elephants? Bhima has got a strength of 16 elephants. Then he said, I have heard that the Bhima is most dear to you. Still, you did not choose Bhima. And why not Arjuna, whose strength in arm is your protection? So his strength is his protection, Yudhishthira's protection. Then he asked, tell me why you chose Nakula rather than either of these two. You consider these two as a great persons. Still, you did not choose these two, but you chose Nakula. What is the reason? He asked. Then Yudhishthira replied, O Yaksha, Dharma is the only shield of man and not Bhima or Arjuna. Only good things, good conduct, good qualities is the shield of man. Shield means covered, a real character of man. If Dharma is given up, man will be ruined. Ruined means it's perished. So Dharma, if Dharma is given up, then there is no use of man being alive. So Kunti and Madhuri were the two wives of his father. He said, these are the Kunti and Madhuri were my wives of my father. Then I am alive. I am alive of a Kunti's son. And she is not completely betrayed. So in order to justify, in order to make equal, I asked Nakula, the son of Madhuri, to be revived. So the Yaksha was most pleased with Yudhishthira's impartiality, and he granted that all his brothers to come back to life. So it was Yama, the lord of death, who had taken the form of Yaksha, so that he might see Yudhishthira and test him. So he embraced Yudhishthira and blessed him. Then he disappeared. So this is the story of this lesson, my dear students. So dear students, at the end of this lesson, what do we learn? The first of all, this lesson teaches us that we should listen to the people with whom we are talking, or the people who come to us to share or to tell something. So listening. So listening is the first point that we learn from this lesson. Since these four of brothers of Yudhishthira did not listen, they perished. Secondly, we should have patience. So since Yudhishthira had patience, he listened to Yaksha. So as a result, he became a great person. Thirdly, we should have a persistence. Persistence, which means keep trying, keep on trying, even if we lose in our lives. We should not lose our heart. We should not be bored. We should not discontinue our lives, but we should continue our lives. So this is the lesson, this is the message that this lesson gives, my dear students. Dear students, some of the important questions are as follows. So first question is, who did Yudhishthira ask to see for water? When Yudhishthira was tired and weary, he asked Nakula to see water. And why did Sahadeva meet the same fate as Nakula? Nakula did not listen the same way. Sahadeva also met the same fate. Why did the invisible being laugh at Arjuna? So we have learned in the lesson, why did the invisible laugh at Arjuna when he shot in the air? The invisible being laughed at Arjuna. So, according to Yudhishthira, mind is faster than the wind. Do you agree with him? If it is yes, you say agree. If it is no, you say no. And the last question is, so why did Yudhishthira choose Nakula in preference to Bhima? At the end, the last slide we have seen why Yudhishthira chose Nakula in preference to Bhima. So these are the some of the questions that you will find for your tests or exams, my dear students. So here we are completing this first lesson. The next class, let us start the new chapter. Thank you very much.